Hey everybody, Quinn Redeker, Rider Magazine. Today I'm doing a seat of the pants review on BMW's 2026 1300 RT model. This platform's all new from the iterations that came before it. I've been riding BMW RTs since the 1150 as a motor officer and instructor and competitor, so I've had a lot of seat time. I can tell you this 1300 is really from the ground up a whole new platform. Just even from the rider triangle, you look at the angle of the seat in the tank, you look at the adjustability of the handlebars, the adjustability of the windscreen in its range of motion. The bike just feels a lot more compatible. I'm 6'2", I'm super comfortable. The seat's more adjustable than the outgoing one. The bar I can move. So I love that I can move this bike around more to fit me specifically. Really cool. Talk about the motor. This is a new motor. Now they've done a couple things. First of all, just from a mass centralization, they've moved the power line together, the transmission, the clutch, everything's a bit more centralized in the mass. This bike feels about 75 pounds lighter underneath me when I ride it. Yes, it has more horsepower, about 145, about 110 foot-pounds of torque. But this motorcycle is still nice and easy and able to cruise. But when you really get on this new platform and you really get on the throttle, this motor has legs. It pulls and pulls till the cows come home. That means for me, when I was riding it, I noticed I could keep it in third gear in a canyon and just wrap that motor out. It would lug out of the hole and it would just keep ripping, which I loved about it. But it didn't lose its accessibility from a long commute ride or anything like that. It still purrs like a kitten, nice and easy. Talk about the suspension. The new Telelever front suspension is much more robust. It's much more rigid from a torsional standpoint. What that means is when you're going through a corner and you hit something with the front tire, you know how normally the front tire can give you a little bit of deflection? This one does not do that. Very planted. The front tire hits something, you're not going to feel it on the bars because that whole drive line within the Telelever much more rigid and strong and robust. The rear end, this shock will lift up 30 millimeters when this thing gets going 20 kilometers or more. So you're going to notice when you're riding, remember how I said this thing feels about 75 pounds lighter under you? Part of that is because with that rear end coming up 30 mil, this bike's racier, the rake and trail, the ground clearance. So it's really, really cool in that way. This bike just feels great riding. And then when you slow down, the rear end settles, and I can adjust the suspension, much more adjustable on this 1300 from a cruiser light, the damping's light, the preload's light. Really, I can turn that up, which is great, and I can do that on the fly while I'm riding. Last thing I want to mention is the ASA. This is an automatic transmission system, and if you are like I was and you're afraid this automatic transmission system is going to further remove you from the experience of riding a motorcycle and being connected to it, rest assured it will not do that. It makes things a little bit different, but not worse from a connectivity standpoint as a rider. Essentially, there's two modes with this, drive and manual. When I have it in manual, I'm still using my foot like I normally would, except I don't have a clutch to have to pull in. So it'll slip the clutch nice. It's all internal. I don't have to pull anything in. I shift gears like I normally do. I put it in drive mode, and now I don't do anything but turn the throttle and use the brakes. This thing will upshift and downshift as it needs be, and it works phenomenally well. If you want more details about all these things I talked about, I mentioned in my article in Rider Magazine when I really review this and kind of dig more deeply into the seat of the pants stuff. Check that out and you get more information on that. But thanks for coming along with me today and have a great day.